I've been in many fights during my time serving King Arthur, but none were as storied as my duel with Lancelot. Camelot was holding a grand tourney and the anticipation for the melee was palpable. Lancelot and I were the strongest knights in Camelot, and everyone was curious as to which of us was better, as skilled as our brothers of the Round Table were. It was inevitable that the two of us met in the final. We were both armed with a single dulled broadsword. We had both decided to forego shields in this bout. We were both eager to have at each other. We circled each other for a quick moment, sizing each other up. Surprisingly, Lancelot was the first to attack, springing forward with speed that would be too much for almost anyone. There was a massive grin on both our faces as our blades clashed. I spun away from Lancelot's attack, swinging at his flank. Lancelot took a step forward, letting his momentum carry him out of range. I had no intention of giving him a chance to breathe. I pursued him relentlessly. Lancelot had anticipated my aggression, but not my angle of attack. He had brought his sword up expecting a powerful overhead strike, but I had fooled him with my feet. I instead brought my sword low, scoring a quick point. All I needed were 4 more. Lancelot scowled in annoyance. He was not usually one to make such a mistake, but I knew I was much faster than Lancelot had expected. Lancelot took a defensive position, realizing that getting in an aggressive slugfest was to my benefit. I began probing his defenses for weaknesses. Lancelot's blade was there to meet mine at each turn. Lancelot's arm snaked out, grabbing and pulling me into a pommel strike straight to the face. Valida took a step back, shaking off the blow. Despite scoring a point, Lancelot's face was grim. He was expecting his strike to do far more damage. But I didn't even have a bruise. I smiled at him, feeling his confidence shake. I sprang forward to attack once again, having a better measure of his defenses. As skilled as Lancelot was, I was simply better. I had been trained intensely by Merlin since I was a child. I was stronger and faster. I scored 3 quick points, and Lancelot fell away, breathing hard. Lancelot shook his head and then dropped his sword, smiling. "I acknowledge your superiority, Valida," Lancelot stated. I walked over and extended my arm to him. Without hesitation, Lancelot clasped my arm tightly. "I hope you'll continue to use that strength in defense of Camelot," Lancelot said. "Always," I promised.